Oh, I probably made this public. Oh, of course I did. I'm smart. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the 69th episode of the TheCoasterCasters Travel.
69, dude.
69 dudes!
Yeah. Perfect.
We totally missed that cue.
Yeah, we fucked that up so good. Can we start over?
We planned that so well, and then it just all went down. But you know what? Isn't that exactly what this whole podcast is?
Yes.
As Socrates would say, all we are is dust in the wind.
Oh gosh, no, stop.
Dust.
Dust. Wind. Dude.
I'm changing this to private. So hopefully nobody sees this. Alright.
You know you love us, buddy.
I do. Anyway, let's talk about theme parks.
What are those? What a stupid thing to talk about.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Also
Can you
talk about
believe
how
that there are
terrible I am
nerds?
at Overwatch.
Can you believe there are nerds out there who just sit around and talk about theme parks all freaking day? That is so weird.
It's so trashy too. Like,
Yeah, like that's the lowest common denominator of entertainment. What artistic value could there be? It's like claiming that McDonald's is art.
Well, there's something that I need to tell Will real quick. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Remember I told you how Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis are going to debut at Money in the Bank?
Yeah, they're gonna be debuting Tuesday night.
No, they debuted tonight.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they came out tonight.
I'm not surprised.
All right, well, anyway, getting off of that stupid topic of wrestling.
Exactly, that shit's stupid as hell. That's why I don't watch
Sit around and
anymore.
talk. Sorry.
Wait, what did you say, Mel?
I said, can you believe people sit around and talk about wrestling all freaking day? That's so stupid, and this is
Or-
me being genuine.
Or for like, what?
I'm serious. How do people talk about wrestling so much?
I don't watch it anymore. It's stupid as shit now. It's as worse as the plot to Batman versus Superman.
Wow.
Somebody that is finally speaking my language.
All right, let's get back into the language we're supposed to be talking about. That's not swear words or wrestling.
Fuck wrestling.
No,
Both of the things you just said not to do. How does that feel?
I'm triggered.
Sounds
Well, get untriggered.
Yeah, get untriggered because we have a podcast. Tonight, I have Mel, as always.
What do you mean as always?
Well, lately you've been here, so.
I'm just really lonely right now.
Oh, goodness.
Lonely.
Well, if you want to hang out with Mel, you can call her at this number. I'm just joking.
You know what?
No.
What? I dare you.
Don't do it.
I dare you, Travis. 352-362-7382. Hit me up, bitches.
Wait.
Just like Ric Flair.
Wait,
Just like
what?
Ric Flair, always giving out his hotel room number.
Oh my God, you actually did.
Yes, I did. I did. Literally, hit me up, guys. Talk to Mel's. What do I care? I give my phone number to strangers on Tinder all the time to text. If I don't like someone, I can just block it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Mel.
Next up, we have Will.
What up, bitches?
Jeez, what is up with everybody tonight? Like, dang. I'm
It's just
sitting here
one of
trying
those
to do
days.
a podcast while playing Overwatch to get my comm games done so I can play with my friends later. And no, we're all just going to cuss and swear and say words like that. No, stop it.
Fuck, okay.
Anyway, I'm going to turn down this stupid TV so we don't hear little British twerps. Anyway.
What did you say about me?
Oh my goodness. And then we have Danielle.
Hey, mother duckers.
Oh.
The level of fear in your voice.
Please, just stop. Not funny. It's like high school all over again. I'm getting picked on.
Travis,
Stuck
your
in my-
pain is inherently funny.
My face is inherently funny as well.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mel.
Hey, you make hilarious faces. Get out of here.
That is true.
It's so adorable.
Oh, shut up.
You're
We
like
love you, Travis.
12-year-olds.
Anyway, we're going to talk about some theme parks.
Fuck yeah, we are.
All right, so the
This is a
first thing we're going
disaster.
to talk about, I don't know why we're talking about freaking Universal Studios Hollywood, but we're not going to talk about that because there's no news.
Good.
We're going to talk about Mel's favorite new attraction, Kraken Unleashed.
Oh, I do have things to say about it.
So, Kraken Unleashed, if you guys do not know, see what I did there?
Donut.
Do not know about it. It is a new treatment, a VR treatment for Kraken, the VR coaster, not the VR coaster, but the floorless coaster at SeaWorld Orlando. And they added a pretty nifty VR treatment on it, and it's pretty cool. A lot of people have gotten to ride it. I'm pretty sure Banks got to ride it. Everyone's liking it so far. It's just my one gripe with it is the loading and unloading. That's
Yeah, you
gonna
want to
be
hear my one gripe with it? It didn't work.
all right. I'll let you have the floor on this one while I get screwed out of getting in gold tier. But oh well. Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very aggravated because I did not get to ride it because it closed down for most of the day due to technical issues. And then by the time maybe it could have been ready to come back up, it rained and we had to leave anyways. So that did not happen. I was there with a cohort of mine, and literally our goal was to go ride Kraken. We were at the park at 10:15 a.m. ish, maybe 10:30. I was running late. I wanted coffee.
Did you go to Starbucks like
in.
a basic person?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you go to Starbucks like a basic person?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I went to McDonald's actually. I got iced coffee there because it was on the way.
Ah, gotcha.
It was easier. So, anyways, also, fun fact: Universal team members get 365-day access to SeaWorld with no free parking, which is really annoying. So I parked at a Taco Bell, and somebody who did have parking drove me in. Anyways, we went to Kraken, and it is virtual queue, is what they're doing, which I hadn't even seen talked about beforehand, so I wasn't really expecting it because I hadn't read much of anything about Kraken Unleashed. I don't care about virtual reality for the most part. It's in the repository, which gimme, I love that. Anyways, sometimes we tried to cheat the system, but we'll never know if it would have worked. You only have a 15-minute return time, but you can get up to 6 members for a party in like per person. So we went to separate computers and each tried to get 2 tickets each, which we did, but we didn't get to use them. So I don't know if it's actually possible to get on and get off and get back in line within 15 minutes. Probably not, based on what I'm hearing about the load times. So we got our tickets and we never got to ride. It went down about, so we got our tickets at like 10:30 a.m. Our time was for 2:40 in the afternoon, and they were all gone by about 11:15, and people were really mad about it. A lot of complaining happening, so I was told by other Universal SeaWorld team members. Ultimately did not get to ride, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
So you said that Universal team members get 365-day access to the park?
Yeah, to SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
So you're telling me that you guys get basically a season pass for free?
Annual pass, yes.
Damn.
Yeah, so if you work at Universal, you get 365 to Universal, SeaWorld, and Busch Gardens. Free parking at Universal, but not Busch Gardens or SeaWorld. So pretty much you get every major Florida park on lockdown except for Disney.
And Fun Spot.
I said major.
Hey, Mind Spot's getting a new coaster. That's pretty
Mind
neat.
Blower looks good, but like that does not make it even close to being actual competition for Disney or Universal. Like, shut up.
Tell me when Disney makes another looping roller coaster, then we'll talk. Just saying.
So all it takes for a place to be quality is looping roller coaster?
Yes.
Okay.
I like being flipped.
Okay, well, how about I just flip you on your head and smash your skull in?
Wow. Okay.
That got really dark. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Really dark and really violent all of a sudden.
Horror Nights isn't until September. Calm yourself down. You'll be okay.
I just have an uncontrollable bloodlust. Anyways, so yeah, never got to ride Kraken. I didn't like the entrance. I always thought part of what was kind of cool about Kraken and its theming was that it was not an octopus. The Kraken was implied to be an eel because of the eels in the queue and the eel-like looking thing on the entrance, which is different. Everything has the Kraken as a big old octopus with some, good old-fashioned tentacle porn. And I think that's generic.
I'm gonna
Come
send
on.
this episode to all of you and make you edit it.
Literally, tentacle porn jokes are on like late night TV. How about you chill out?
Go ahead.
If
Go
Jimmy
ahead.
Fallon will talk about this, I will talk about this.
Okay.
Anyways, everybody loves to be a little racist towards the Japanese. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Nope. Okay.
And we all love Sir God Emperor Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, he's obviously my favorite comedian ever. So, didn't do Kraken. Don't really like the entrance. Can't tell you anything about how anything else worked. Although I can say that looking at pictures of the queue, it looks the way that Hulk's old queue used to look. Not good. But anyways, Kraken is still a good roller coaster. It'll continue to be so. But I have no comment on the VR. Real quick side note, they have also ruined Atlantis. I know this has been talked about before, but the things that remained that made Atlantis very likable are now completely gone. So kill me.
No thanks. We need
It's
you.
like I love SeaWorld. I have incredibly fond memories of SeaWorld. I love the atmosphere. I enjoy being there. But pretty much every single thing has been systematically ruined. Every show, Santa, and I can't ride Mako, so I don't care about it.
Wow.
It's really depressing. Every show is weak now. Every show is weaker than it was just a couple years ago. Kraken is now bizarre wait times, bizarre fast pass return systems. Optional VR, but still, if you don't want to do the VR, your wait's going to be really long because there's only a few rows for you. Atlantis has had the story fully removed, and the music has been changed to early 2000s house music, which is awful. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this. So you know how Atlantis used to have the Beetlejuice soundtrack? Everybody would joke about that because it was funny. Everybody knows what the Beetlejuice soundtrack is.
Yeah.
So you kind of laugh about it, but it did make sense thematically. It was kind of creepy but intense, and it had energy. And now it is just absolute trash. It is like every piece of infrastructure from the story is still there, but the audio for it is removed. So imagine riding Splash Mountain, but they just remove all the dialogue or replace it with techno music. It's like if they did that. I hate it.
Wow.
What they did to Atlantis. I'm not saying it was ever a great ride, but it was an incredibly valiant effort on the part of SeaWorld, and I liked it. It wasn't that great, but I was like, SeaWorld, you really did try to do something here, and I completely see where you were going with it. And you just didn't have the funds or the brains to make it happen. But, good job. Oh, you had, maybe not the Mona Lisa, but you had a really nice painting, and then you had a baby with no eyes jump into paint and throw its body on it, and it's just not good.
I do have a question about Kraken Unleashed. So, I've looked at several videos, like you wear the headset, but sitting in front of you, what's the black box or whatever? Is that where you set your
That's
VR?
where you store your VR headset.
Oh, okay.
That goes in there when you're not physically on, you know what I mean? Like when you're loading and unloading.
Because what they do is they
don't just around.
They say, would you like to use the VR? And if you say yes, then you take it out of the box. If you say no, they lock the box up.
Oh, okay. I was
okay. That's a lot better.
That were not
you can do either or.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm still looking forward to doing it because I've never ridden a virtual reality roller coaster like that. I think it's stupid, but I've never done it before, so I'm looking forward to a new thing. Yeah, I don't know. Weird Dance. Oh yeah, we also saw Pop, which is that bubble show, that new bubble show.
Tupac?
No, not Tupac.
Not quite Tupac. More like small Asian man who holds 17 Guinness World Records about bubbles.
Jesus Christ.
It was honestly amazing. I loved it. It was very fun. It was somewhat educational, but not overbearingly so. The guy the actual bubble guy, he is an actual, like, I mean, it's actually the guy. It's not like some kind of imitator. And he is really very talented. The thing that impressed me the most about the show, I mean, obviously seeing like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bubbles all at once is very impressive. Bubbles filled with smoke looks cool. Things like that are neat. But I was kind of thinking, like, what can they do with bubbles that I haven't seen before? Like, what do you do? And then I was consistently impressed throughout the show. Things I never would have imagined. Things like a cube bubble. Did you know that was even possible? Because I didn't. It was great. So yeah, highly, highly recommend that if you're going to go to SeaWorld. I actually find it quite sad that it's a limited time thing. It could definitely be permanent in terms of, like, it fits thematically with SeaWorld because, you know, bubbles and, like, oceans and stuff. And it was just fun. It was a lot of fun. And there's a lot of pretty lasers.
Okay. Well, thank
So
you.
SeaWorld report.
SeaWorld.
I'm good on SeaWorld.
All right, cool. So moving on to Dollywood.
Ooh!
I know. Their RMC coaster, which you guys should know, has been having
open?
it's been having a lot of trouble, and it's actually finally open. But there is a difference with the ride now. Because the ride was supposed to be the world's first launched wooden roller
No,
coaster.
they removed the launch, didn't they?
They did not remove the launch. They made it slower.
I mean, it's still launching. That's still cool.
Yeah, it's still launching, so it's still cool, but slower. And I don't like when they slow things down.
I mean,
If it's
but I'd rather something be open and slightly slower than just sitting there useless.
That's very true. That is very true.
Dollywood is bae. I like everything at Dollywood.
I want to go back there.
It's so nice. I haven't been there in the last time I went was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It was too long, but I want to back.
I went there when Dolly Parton had her Parton family reunion show.
Oh,
That's a long
wow.
time ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. Fun fact about Dollywood, there's a show in like I don't remember where exactly the park it is, but it's called Heart Song. And it's basically just like a little movie that plays in a very pretty theater. It's about Dolly Parton's history, and there's a couple live actors in it. 4D movie, except you don't wear 3D glasses, but there are effects in the theater. Anyways, my cousin is in that. He's in that show. Like,
oh,
in the
wow.
movie, Dolly Parton. It's really cool.
Cool.
It makes me happy. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God, it's Cousin David! And he wears a hat in the church scene, and then he takes the hat off in the picnic. I'm sorry, I had to share that.
You're good. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. You know, like, it's so exciting. You can even buy a DVD of the show we did, so we can have it, so I can look at David whenever I want.
That's creepy.
No, not like that. Great. I'm glad that that's finally happening, at least somewhat, because I was so hyped when they announced it. It's called Lightning Rod, right? No.
Yeah, Lightning Rod.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm super hyped that finally happened.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's open because I might be going next year. So I'm hoping.
Nice.
I'm hoping by this time next year that they have the launch corrected, and it turns out to be lit, like amazing.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
It looks very innovative.
It's great. Oh my God, I think the trains look amazing.
It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Dollywood consistently does really, really great things. Like, the last thing they did that I didn't like was removing the splashdown from the end of Blazing Fury. Yeah. Good park.
Right.
Everybody should go to Dollywood forever and ever. Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and Dolly would say amen too, because I've never been to a more Christian theme park other than Holy Land.
Oh goodness. All right, so moving on from Dollywood, we're going to talk about Six Flags Magic Mountain, and
Perfect time for me to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
There you go. They're still working on their Justice League Battle for Metropolis.
Yep.
Which Will, would you like to comment on that a little bit? Because you are the Six Flags guru.
Yeah, bullshit.
I don't know, man. You actually do like really, really know your shit when it comes to Six Flags.
I should not, but anyway, as you know, Justice League Battle for Metropolis at my Six Flags park opened earlier in the spring, maybe like 2 weeks ago. It's kind of weird that they didn't have their Justice League open yet, but I've seen a picture of the construction and it said opening of summer 2017. That's odd. I figured they would have it open by the spring or like last month or so. And from what I saw, there's still like a mound of dirt, and the facade of the building is still have like that yellow stuff or whatever, like the whatever the hell it's called. But it's shocking that it's not even close to being done yet.
Wow, that's Six Flags for you. They love to do things very, very like quick, I guess, and terrible.
Oh, and Travis Israel gave I add something else.
Yeah.
This past Friday, June 16th, or wait, was June 16th on a Friday? Yes. Six Flags opened or celebrated its 50th anniversary. So this past Friday, Six Flags Over Georgia has officially been open 50 years. Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't seeing it making it to 100. To be honest,
it will. Six Flags will keep it open.
I'll just have to wait in 50 years.
I return.
Good, because we're done with Six Flags.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
You know, I do actually like Six Flags. I feel like that came off as like a roast on Six Flags. I just also had to pee, and I went
No,
to
it's
go pee
fine.
when it was
Six
during
Flags-
something
Six-
I couldn't talk about.
Saying
want
the
to
word
admit
Six
something?
Flags is a roast.
Six Flags is a shit company anyway.
They make some really, in my opinion, not nice business practices, but I've never actually gone to a Six Flags park and had a bad time.
Wow.
So, I also haven't been to a ton of Six Flags parks, so maybe that's the reason.
Maybe. All right, well, now we have to talk about one of the actual really big news stories of the week. Besides myself dying in a hail of gunfire. Video game, of course. The blue monorail
Fell apart!
fell
Yeah.
apart. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys talk about this because you guys seem very happy about it.
What the hell, man?
It's okay, I'm sorry. It's like horrible, but also I just love when Disney suffers.
But you love Disney, right?
Yes, but I really I love them, but they've hurt me so much that it's like a really abusive, vindictive relationship where I get really happy when they're hurt.
Wow.
So it's like an abusive boyfriend. You like the
Absolutely, yeah. I compare my relationship with Walt Disney World Florida like a heroin addiction. It was really good at first, and you just got so high, and it was so blissful. And then as time went on, it felt like it was getting more expensive. The high was not nearly as good, and so you have to keep chasing it. You can't just go like once a month anymore. You got to go once or twice a week, and you're still not getting as high. And now you're doing all kinds of crazy things there, and you're still not getting all that magic that you want. And then you're going there, and you're doing even crazier things, and you're breaking the rules, and you're sneaking around, and you're being mean to other guests, and you're still not getting high like you used to.
And you're getting off of no. This is the best part. You're walking off of Splash Mountain. The video I sent you guys.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, whenever that person walked off the Splash Mountain.
Oh yeah, that dumb broad.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
yes.
goals. Honestly, that person is honestly probably feeling as little of the magic as I am a lot of the time. But Pandora remedies all of those issues. It gets me just as high as anything has ever gotten me. It is. I step into Pandora, especially at night. It's just like, it's just cocaine into my brain. It's so good.
Wow. First thing, cocaine in your brain probably kill you.
Brain.
All drugs affect your brain. I guess LSD is probably a more apt comparison for Pandora, but you know.
Yeah. That was actually going to be my second comment.
We're making.
And speaking of Disney, after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it's going to take over Tower of Terror soon.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I would not be surprised.
It's not going to, Will. They actually can't do it. And I'll tell you guys why.
You never know. Disney can find a loophole.
I will tell you later why there's not a loophole.
All right, bring it.
Anyway, let's talk about that monorail. What do you guys think of the monorail shutting down and basically like
Catching on fire or whatever happened? Like
well,
a piece fell off?
Okay, so I don't know if that piece falling off is legit.
I've seen pictures of it.
Well, yeah, I've seen pictures of it too, but it could have been debris from something else. That's my hope.
What do you think could it been besides the monorail, Travis?
A bus.
But okay.
That was not a piece from a bus.
Okay, then it was a piece from the monorail.
It was a piece from the monorail.
All right. Well, that piece is a savage, and he does things his own way because he's a savage. I'm tired. I've been like getting no sleep lately, as you can tell. Anyway, moving on from that little tangent, what do you guys think Disney's gonna do when investigating this?
They're gonna shut down the fucking monorail for a few weeks, like they did back in 2009 or whenever, and then they'll open it back up and find nothing, and it'll be business as usual.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Accurate?
Accurate. Yeah, don't you follow the life and times of DJ Khaled?
That was legit, Ned.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, moving on from that one, let's talk about Fun Spot and Mind Blower.
It's coming.
That's the name of the coaster?
Mind Blower is opening on Wednesday.
Holy shit. We gonna blow your mind. Remember Travis?
No.
I see billboards for it everywhere, and it looks really hype.
It looks amazing. Like that. I am very excited that Florida is getting a wooden roller coaster with an inversion in it. They need one.
Yeah, hell yeah, me too. Because like, just in general, there's no wooden coasters around here. There's just zip, nothing. So.
Yeah, because Gwazi's closed. Because Gwazi closed.
I know. Well, Gwazi is still there, but not running. Yeah, so let me complain about that. This is just going to take 1 minute, I swear. They closed Gwazi, and then that year at Howl-O-Scream, they created Unearthed. They were using the fact that Gwazi was not being taken down until next year to build a house under it. Spoiler, they're just going to leave Gwazi up because Unearthed is still there. I went through it last year. Ready for this? Are you ready for this? This theorizing Melody's about to drop. Gwazi's dead corpse will remain standing for the next 3 years while they run Unearthed for 3 more years at Howl-O-Scream before they tear down Gwazi because they're using that as infrastructure for a house.
Yup.
I think that's so funny and also makes me sad because I really liked Gwazi. I don't care what anybody says.
I want them to retrack Gwazi and make it an RMC.
Yeah, I wish.
That'd be
lot.
really cool.
But yeah, really excited for Mind Blower. I haven't, like, here's what's weird. I've been to both fun spots, but I've never ridden anything in either of them. I've just physically gone there to look around. So,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, I've never, but I'll probably go ride Mind Blower if I can fit.
Yeah.
I'll report back to you. I would honestly get an all-day pass just to ride it over and over.
Well, I don't know why you didn't get a $19 season pass after, or because they had season passes for $19.
Considering I've never even been there once, it doesn't make any sense for me to even get that. I will probably go there for one day ever. Not against Fun Spot. I actually genuinely love that they're around to exist in Orlando. It's great for local kids, for parents who have a lot of kids who can't afford the big parks. But there's just, based on the fact that I can't ride most of what's there, there's just not much of an appeal for me.
I completely understand. Like I wouldn't go to Fun Spot that much. Like
I will. The first time I will ever ride anything will probably be Mind Blower, and I would not be surprised if it was the last thing I ever rode at Fun Spot.
it doesn't appeal to me. Like
No, it's a very charming place, but it is not for our demographic or age group at all. It's for kids with their parents. It's for families, more so than Disney or Universal or anything like that, because it is a permanent resident. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it fills a void that exists. I love driving by the Fun Spot next to Old Town at night, especially. It's so bright and colorful. I think it's a beautiful thing to have in Orlando. It's just not something that I need. So yeah.
I gotcha. So our last topic tonight is we're gonna talk about Toy Story Land
Ah, yes.
and how beautiful the construction looks.
Yeah, but it's a shame it's going to be such a small land.
It's not gonna be super small. It's gonna be pretty small,
It's okay.
but it ain't
I
gonna
mean,
be super small.
it's not like this is Star Wars. It's Toy Story.
And the only thing I'm hearing that people are most excited for is the Slinky Dog coaster. Like that's the only thing I hear people talking about. Like, oh, I can't wait for the Slinky Dog coaster.
That alien ride, I cannot even tell you. The little green alien ride.
Me too.
I'm so hyped for that because I've never ridden Mater's Junkyard, whatever. I'm really hyped for it.
Junkyard Jamboree is so much fun. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. That's why I'm so excited for this, is because it's just a clone of that, and I've heard such nice things about that. And it's like, this is super basic, but it's funny. I just kind of said, like, oh, I don't really go to Fun Spot. It's just basic carnival rides. But I actually love basic carnival rides. I'd rather have some of those at Disney where I go all the time, and that are themed. I love the little green aliens. They're my favorite thing to come out of Toy Story.
I did a Disney bound as a green alien whenever I was down there.
Aw.
You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
Yes.
I've
always thought it was funny.
Daddy.
What?
It is Father's Day.
Travis, have you not seen Toy Story 2? Get with the program, dude.
Don't say daddy.
Yeah, they
I
do.
don't remember whether they do or not, but the idea of them saying daddy is incredibly funny and should remain in my head.
Yeah, they do in Toy Story 2.
When
Yeah,
Mr. Potato Head, long live Don Rickles.
That's right. They say it to Mr. Potato Head because he says for them to get away, and they're like, daddy.
Oh my gosh, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, Travis.
Like, I wasn't doubting that it happened. I just couldn't remember when it happened. Because if anyone in this chat is the one who's going to just say daddy for no reason, it's me, not Will.
Yeah. That's very true. All right. Well, what do you guys think of Slinky Dog Coaster construction? What do you guys think of Slinky Dog Coaster in general?
It's going to be an awesome ride.
Yeah, I have physically driven past it several times now, and it looks really cool. I always, since nobody's ever going to studios anymore, I'll literally just pull to a stop in front of the construction as I'm driving in by the gate, and I'll just look at it all, and it looks really good. It looks like it's going to be tame, but like that's exactly what it needs to be. It's a family coaster at Disney World. It's not going to be lit. It looks like it'll be fun though, and I'm excited to have something launching like that at Disney. I'm excited to see the trains, really, more than anything.
Ooh, does anyone else have anything to say about it?
I think it's gonna be a cool little like family type coaster thing, which will be nice for the kids and the adults, because I feel like a lot of the people that like watched Toy Story growing up are like adults now and are having their own kids and are sharing that movie with them. So like a nice family thing for everybody to like connect to whenever this land is done and whenever this coaster is done. It's just gonna be awesome.
Now, I don't know if they'll do it. I want to say they're not. That I think they might not end up moving Buzz Lightyear,
They're
the
not.
ride from Magic Kingdom.
They're
They're not.
No, they're not. They won't touch Buzz Lightyear.
No, they won't.
Not even to move it over to Hollywood Studios.
See, that's the thing. There's this weird misconception in the theme park community that a ride like that can just be moved. Like, it can't. Roller coasters can be moved, but something like, I mean, it's the Buzz Lightyear show building is attached to other show buildings in Tomorrowland. And
Oh
yes,
yeah, it is. I forgot it was.
Well, if you think about it, they already have Buzz Lightyear, Toy Story Midway Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be overkill, especially because the Buzz Lightyear ride, it fills a nice interactive void in Magic Kingdom for little kids who can't enjoy things or they don't get to push buttons because they're stupid and they need fidget spinners. So, speaking of which, they're selling fidget spinners at SeaWorld, and I used one for the first time, and I immediately wanted to shoot myself in the head. It's awful. I hate them. I can't even use them effectively because of my nails.
That's funny.
I hate it. Speaking of, I forgot what I was going to be speaking. Oh well, must not.
Does anyone else have any other news? Oh wait, I forgot our biggest news of all. So we're gonna hit our HHN segment of the night. Who just slurped?
Corpse.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about HHN Hollywood. That's why my Universal Hollywood thing is up.
Oh.
They announced American Horror Story Roanoke. Who cares?
I'm totally shocked, dude.
Dude, I'm so indifferent towards this news. It's almost like it didn't even happen. I forgot that announcement even happened this week. I was more interested in the fact that he confirmed that Conjuring was off the table than the actual announcement. Which, listen, in theory, I get it. Like, do one season at a time, spread out the IP, use it for more years, get more money. But also, seeing how Hollywood could not even effectively create an entertaining house out of 3 seasons, how are they going to do it out of 1? Specifically, the least visually interesting of all 6.
Yep.
No offense, Roanoke. I think Roanoke is a good season, much more so than a lot of other people do. But visually, it's forest.
Yeah, it's
Forest and house.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot for them to work with, so.
It's not like Hotel where it's dripping in blood and Art Deco, or Freak Show, which is like straight up 1950s camp. Like, it doesn't have anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Man will be hot, I guess, over and over and over, as I imagine he'll be. But yeah.
Is it a storm?
I hope they don't just invent characters like they did last year. Shout out to the AHS Maze and Hollywood for literally making up characters that don't exist in the show and putting them in the house. Twice that happened in the house last year. Hate it.
Yeah, it is raining outside. Oh well. Well, anyway, I think that's the end of our show.
I walked by the Men in Black tent yesterday, and it's there, and it's very exciting. There are construction workers around it. So whatever is going into, where Lunatic's Playground was last year is like happening.
Good.
Yeah.
is being built as we speak, which makes Melody very excited. Maybe everything will actually be done by opening night this year. JK, not gonna happen.
Normally it doesn't.
I can say one thing though. I was incredibly impressed when we walked. So we walked through for the first time AHS 4 nights before opening, 3 nights before opening. That was our first official walkthrough of the house, and seeing the incredible amount of progress they made from then to 3 nights later when we did executive review to preview night was pretty amazing. They pretty much they went from something that looked very unfinished to something that was pretty much finished except for a few props. So I have good faith in Universal in being able to finish houses, except Krampus. Krampus was not done.
You mean Krampus?
Krampus?
Krampus was not. I try not to insult any of the 26 houses best I can, because I know people who are in all of them. And like, I see beautiful value in any house that has actors because it has actors in it inherently. That instantly makes it something worth existing. But the core, Krampus didn't flow well for me, and it was too repetitive.
And everyone was like, Krampus is the best house. Krampus is the best house.
Yeah, it
Well,
always shakes
okay.
me when I see that. Like just if that's someone's favorite house from 26, I feel like they must just really love the movie, or else
Well,
I don't know
okay.
how you could justify liking that more than something like Ghost Town.
I'm just saying, American Horror Story is the #1 rated entertainment option at Universal Orlando Resort.
I mean, you're not
Okay.
wrong.
I know I'm not wrong.
The thing about the Krampus house was, yes, it was a good house, but the one thing that bothered me about it was that it didn't have the hellhole and not enough Krampus. It was still a good house, it still had scares, but it sucks it didn't have the hellhole. Hollywood had the hellhole, but Orlando
Hollywood
didn't.
House in general was so much better, and that's not anything I thought I'd ever say. But if someone were to show me videos of the Hollywood and the Orlando house back to back, I would have them flipped. I would think that the Hollywood one was the Orlando one. It was so much stronger.
Well, see, what the problem was that who is behind A&D forced them to put it inside of Krampus. It was not A&D's choice. It was the whatever, it was their choice. If it was in a soundstage, yes, it probably would have worked. But in Shrek, no. But like I said, it still had the scares, but should have been in a soundstage if anything.
No, because then you would have lost Exorcist, and that would have been in Shrek.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm wrong. Make a vote Walking Dead in Shrek. I would have rather taken Walking Dead in Shrek than Krampus in Shrek. Actually, give Krampus the chance it actually kind of deserves. The movie's not too bad.
I think Krampus is a great movie. I love it.
Wait, you would put Krampus inside the Lunatics Playground tent if it was reversed?
Yes.
Oh.
I would put it in Lunatic's Playground, or I would have put it in a soundstage.
The Krampus facade would have looked absolutely fine in front of a tent. The Shrek building was the temperature was never altered, so temperature clearly was not something that they really cared about.
It was always warm inside the Krampus house.
I was about to say, I found the Krampus house quite hot, actually, when I went through there. I was like, whoa, you could use a little more AC in here just to make it not so toasty.
I agree.
So, I mean, honestly, like, you know, I mean, supposedly they were originally supposed to be in flipped locations. I completely believe it. I feel like, I mean, especially because Asylum in Wonderland was in the Krampus, I mean, in the Shrek building before, and it was a 3D house, and, you know, Universal tends to have a habit of using locations for similar ideas, you know, a couple years in a row, and things like that. And I mean, clearly we had an amazing 3D house in the Shrek building. Do it again. Instead, we had a terrible 3D house and a tent and a very, well, I'm not even going to say terrible, very mediocre, and then a very mediocre house in Shrek building, which is a shame. So, yeah. HHN 27 is on its way, and the word soon no longer has any meaning.
All our times will come soon.
What does that even mean? Like, they've said the word soon like 400 times, and it means nothing.
And it's been like, what, almost close to 3 weeks since we've had an announcement? Maybe 2 weeks?
They say soon, and then don't do anything about it, and they just release on some totally
Well,
random
if 2 people hadn't fucked it all up, we would have gotten announcements by now.
It just really aggravates me that they will use the word soon and then not actually follow up on that, because in previous years soon meant like the next day,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like they just have some kind of arbitrary release schedule, and in the middle of it they'll just say soon, like just to fuck with people, and I don't like it.
I want
This
to do
sounds
this.
stupid, but this stuff actually like affects me. I just really need answers.
We all need answers because if you think about it, like
People
at
are
least-
deciding whether or not they're going to plan a trip to Horror Nights. They need to know if it's worth planning a trip for them.
that's exactly how I am. Like I'm literally planning like if
Travis, you're not going to come to HHN though. So you
okay,
won't
so
go.
I'm going to come to Horror Nights, but if one of the houses or if the lineup's not good, I won't come as many nights as I say I'm gonna
Bullshit. You're getting a frequent fear.
come.
You can come as often as you want.
Oh shit, son.
Like, stop trying to say that you're one of those people, because you will come to Horror Nights. It could be 9 Walking Dead houses, and if
I
even a
wouldn't
single
come.
person you were,
I wouldn't come.
no. If I was in one of them, you would come.
I
If me and
would
Kelly
not
were in
step.
one of them, you
No,
would come.
I would not step foot in Universal for a year. I would cancel my. I would get rid of my pass
Okay, maybe not 9
because
Walking Dead, but
I
still.
hate The Walking Dead that much.
Okay, I guess I can understand that, but you're still gonna come this year. I know that.
Well, obviously I'm
Shining
coming this.
in
The
an
trip's already
AHN
planned.
enough to make that happen.
If they say, psych, we're not bringing Horror Story, we're bringing 9 Walking Dead houses, I will just die.
I really don't think that will happen.
Speaking of Walking Dead, did you guys hear that Andrew Lincoln was in another death hoax?
Who?
Andrew Lincoln.
Who's
I don't
that?
I don't believe it for a second. I know who you're talking about, Will.
Who's
Wait,
Andrew Lincoln?
He's the guy that plays Rick.
Oh.
Okay. I just didn't know.
How would we know who he is? Because Horror Nights doesn't do any characters.
Well, I mean, some of us have actually watched the show.
What show?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's just put ourselves over and get it over with.
You can find us at.
Let's just
Okay, Mel, where can we find you?
In the fog.
Okay, whatever. You do this every week. Well, where can we
I
find you?
do.
Twitter, HHNDog, you already know that. YouTube.com/HHNDog. For Halloween Horror Nights videos, yeah, that's it for me. Until the next CoasterCasters podcast or Halloween Horror Nights video, I will see you guys in the doghouse.
And Danielle.
You can find me on Twitter at Traveling Dano, and you can find me on Instagram at DanoK. So yeah.
All right, and you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Travis Coaster, and you can.
Why don't you plug your Grinder profile on here?
What's Grinder?
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
No.
Should I also mention you can find Travis on Tinder?
Yes.
That's not even a joke. If you are living anywhere near Travis, keep your eyes peeled on your swipes, ladies
Uh-huh.
and gentlemen.
It would
and
help if I
animals.
actually had the app.
Oh,
What?
Travis,
What?
we know you have the app on your phone. You just don't have the
No.
balls to tell us.
I don't have the app. You can check. I can show you. I'll show you guys my phone. Legit. Like I don't have it on my phone anymore.
You don't have to defend yourself that hard, Travis. It's okay.
Anyway, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Travis Coaster. You can follow the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CoasterCast. This is going to be posted on Friday, and I'm going to do that midweek thing that I did last week on Wednesday if there's anything announced. And be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you all next week.
Bye, kids.
Later, dudes.
Have a good day at school.